Imagine a world without paper, or printing, a world without gunpowder, or the compass. This was the world before China. China, a cradle of civilization, gifted these innovations to humanity. These inventions were not mere objects. They were revolutionary ideas, spreading like wildfire across the globe. They fueled progress, they shaped destinies, they connected humanity in ways never before imagined. China's intellectual prowess extended beyond these inventions. The compass, a symbol of exploration, embodied China's adventurous spirit. It guided sailors across vast oceans, it opened up new frontiers. The invention of gunpowder, while later associated with warfare, initially served a different purpose. It was used in fireworks. It lit up the night sky with dazzling displays of color and light. It was a testament to China's ingenuity and artistry. But China's contributions were not limited to technology. Confucianism, a philosophy emphasizing ethics and social harmony, emerged from this ancient land. It shaped China's governance for centuries. It influenced art, literature, and everyday life. Confucianism's emphasis on education and meritocracy laid the foundation for a society that valued knowledge and wisdom. China, in its golden age, was a sight to behold. The Silk Road, a network of trade routes, snaked across continents. It connected the East and the West. It brought riches and knowledge to China's doorstep. Silk, porcelain, and spices flowed out of China, captivating the world with their beauty and exoticism. The Ming Dynasty, a period of unprecedented maritime exploration, showcased China's naval prowess. Admiral Zheng He, commanding a fleet of colossal ships, embarked on 7 epic voyages. These voyages were unlike any the world had ever seen. Zheng He's ships, some larger than football fields, dwarfed those of European explorers. They sailed across the Indian Ocean, reaching the coast of Africa. They returned with exotic animals, luxury goods, and tales of distant lands. China's influence was undeniable. Its culture, its technology, its very essence permeated the globe. It was a beacon of power and prosperity. But then, a shift occurred. A decision was made. China, the outward-looking giant, turned inward. The year was 1433. The Ming Dynasty, in a move that would have profound consequences, abandoned its maritime ambitions. The once mighty fleet was dismantled. Trade restrictions were imposed. China, for reasons that still spark debate, chose isolation. This isolation proved costly. While Europe entered its age of exploration, China retreated within its borders. It missed out on the scientific revolution. It lagged behind in technological advancements. The balance of power began to shift. The consequences of isolation were stark. European powers, emboldened by their newfound strength, arrived at China's doorstep. They sought to exploit China's resources. They demanded trade on their terms. The Opium Wars, a dark chapter in China's history, exemplified this power dynamic. China, weakened by isolation, suffered humiliating defeats. It was forced to cede territory and grant concessions to foreign powers. The 20th century dawned with China in turmoil. The Qing dynasty, weakened by internal strife and external pressures, crumbled. Into this power vacuum stepped Mao Zedong. A revolutionary leader, Mao promised a new China, a communist China. Mao's vision was ambitious. He sought to transform China from an agrarian society into an industrial powerhouse. The Great Leap Forward, launched in 1958, aimed to achieve this transformation at breakneck speed. It was a period of radical social and economic upheaval. People were mobilized en masse. Backyard furnaces were built to increase steel production. But the Great Leap Forward, instead of propelling China forward, resulted in disaster. The policies, poorly planned and brutally enforced, led to widespread famine. Millions perished. It was a stark reminder of the human cost of unchecked ambition. Section 5. The Architect of Change, Deng Xiaoping's Vision. The Cultural Revolution, launched in 1966, plunged China into further chaos. It was a period of political purges, social upheaval, and cultural destruction. Mao, seeking to solidify his grip on power, unleashed the Red Guards. These young revolutionaries, fueled by ideology and fear, targeted anyone deemed a threat to Mao's vision. Intellectuals were persecuted. Ancient artifacts were destroyed. China's cultural heritage was ravaged. After Mao's death in 1976, China entered a new era. Deng Xiaoping, a pragmatic leader who had experienced the excesses of the Cultural Revolution firsthand, emerged as the paramount leader. Deng, recognizing the need for change, embarked on a path of economic reform. He famously declared, "It doesn't matter if a cat is black or white, as long as it catches mice." This pragmatic approach marked a turning point in China's history. Section 6. The Rise of a Giant, China's Economic Transformation. Deng's reforms were nothing short of transformative. He opened up China to foreign investment. He established special economic zones like Shenzhen, where capitalist principles were allowed to flourish. These zones became engines of growth. They attracted foreign capital and technology. They created jobs. They lifted millions out of poverty. China's economy boomed. Skyscrapers sprouted from rice paddies. Factories churned out goods for the world. China became the world's factory floor, producing everything from iPhones to automobiles. The speed and scale of China's economic transformation were unprecedented in human history. But this rapid growth came at a cost. Pollution choked cities. Income inequality widened. Social unrest simmered beneath the surface. Section 7. Navigating the global stage challenges and opportunities. Today, China stands as a global giant. It is the world's second-largest economy. It is a military power with a growing nuclear arsenal. It is a leader in artificial intelligence, quantum computing, and space exploration. China's influence extends to every corner of the globe. The Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project, aims to connect China with Asia, Europe, and Africa. It is a testament to China's global ambitions. But China also faces challenges. The trade war with the United States, initiated during the Trump administration, has strained relations. Territorial disputes in the South China Sea have raised tensions with neighboring countries. China's aging population and rising debt levels pose significant economic challenges. Section 8. China's future, a tapestry of possibilities. China's future is a tapestry of possibilities. Will it continue its rise to become the world's dominant superpower, or will it stumble under the weight of its own challenges? The world watches with bated breath. China's choices will shape the destiny of the 21st century. Its story is far from over. In fact, it may be just beginning. The rise of China is one of the most consequential events in human history. It is a story of innovation, resilience, and ambition. It is a story that continues to unfold before our very eyes.